Hey there, class. Today we're going to start working on Autodesk Inventor, and I'm so sorry that I cannot be there to do this in person. So we'll just have to work with the video program for right now. So check it out. We're going to go to on your desktop here on the PC. Got to be on the PC, not the Chromebook. This is the only way that'll work. We're going to go to this Autodesk Inventor Professional 2018. It's like a big capital I icon, orange. I'm going to double click on that. And we are working on the sketch plane cube for this activity. So when you log into Inventor Professional, it does take a little bit of time. If there's any pop-up boxes, just click OK or I agree or anything like that. There might be an orange box that pops up that says start working or start learning. So I want you to just click the orange side, click start working, and we can get right into it. Up here, we've got parts, assemblies, drawings, and presentations. We'll talk more about these three later. Today we're going to be focusing on a part. So the sketch plane cube is going to be your first part. So we'll go ahead and click on that. And it does take a little bit time to load up, so just wait for it. All right, so this is what the place should look like when you log in here. And I have lost my browser, so I'm going to bring that back. There we go. All right, so you should have a browser over here. If you ever lose your browser, just go up here to the View tab, click User Interface, and go down to Model, because we're going to be using this quite a bit over here. So this cube, if you read through the directions, says that it's a 2-inch cube. All right, so to get a 2-inch cube started, we're going to go up here and click on Start 2D Sketch. Just click on the icon in the top left right here. If you click this bottom button, it'll give you a few more options. I've never used 3D Sketch, so don't click on that one. We only want Start 2D Sketch either here or click on the top of the button here. Now when you bring up Start 2D Sketch, it'll give you these three planes, the XY plane, the YZ plane, and the XZ plane. I almost always go XY plane just because I'm used to the XY coordinates on a coordinate plane. Alright, so you can click the middle of the mouse wheel, and you can move this little origin point around. I'm just going to move it out of the way for right now. You don't have to move it out of the way, but if you choose to, you can. I'm going to go up to Rectangle, and we're going to click on the Rectangle tool. Now the rectangle works like this. You place one point and you place another point and it makes a rectangle. It also works like this. If you place one point and move your mouse away, you see the blue numbers there? You can actually change those blue numbers to put your dimensions in. We want this to be a 2-inch by 2-inch square, alright, for our cube. So we're going to type 2 on the keyboard, press the tab key to change to the other dimension, and press 2 again. And then we'll press enter. So press 2, tab, 2, enter. And that will put a 2-inch dimension on the height and a 2-inch dimension on the width. So again, you press rectangle, draw your line, press 2, tab 2, enter, and that'll give you your rectangle. Alright, so on this rectangle, we're going to go ahead and finish our sketch by clicking this green check mark button in the top right corner. And I'm going to zoom out by pressing my mouse wheel back. And I'll press my mouse wheel in so I can move that around. Next, we're going to extrude it. Extrude it takes your 2D sketch and makes a 3D model out of it. So we'll click extrude. It's going to automatically select your square there. If it doesn't, just click the square and it'll pop out. This is going to be a 2-inch square, so type in 2 and press enter. And now we have a 2-inch square, right? So again, press extrude, type in 2 for your distance, and press enter. So we've got our square here. We're going to put a few new things on these faces. To sketch more things on these faces, all you got to do is go up to 2D Sketch. We'll click on that. Go down and click on this left side face. This is the front face. If you look on the view cube, it says front. This is the front face of our object, so we'll click on that. Now we can start sketching on it. For this side, we're going to put a circle. So click on circle. So you click circle once. Click approximately in the center, and we'll just click once. Drag your mouse out a little bit. We're going to make this a 1-inch circle. So you can just type in on the keyboard, type 1 and enter. That'll make a perfectly 1-inch circle. All right, now we also want to make sure that this circle is in the center of our part. So we'll go up to the dimension tab up here, click dimension. And dimension works like this. You click one place and you click another place on your sketch, and then you type in how far away it is. So I'm going to click on the top line of our part, so the top edge of the part, and the center point of the circle. I'm going to click one more, and you can click anywhere in here. So let me do that again. So dimension, click the top part, click the center point, and you can click anywhere that you want. It does not matter where you click this next click. You just click once, type in 1 for the dimension for 1 inch, and press enter. And now it's centered from the top to the bottom. It's centered in the middle at 1 inch. Now dimension is still clicked up here, so we're going to go from the side. We're going to click the left side to the center point. So find that center point of that circle. And again, you can click anywhere over here. It does not matter. Just don't click on another line. That'll make things more complicated. So I'm going to click somewhere over here, type in 1 inch, and enter. So now it's centered from left to right. And there's our dimension. So the circle drawing is finished. I'm going to click Finish Sketch. I'm going to go back over to Extrude. And the assignment says to extrude this 0.5 inches. Now last time it automatically selected our sketch. This time it doesn't, so I'm going to click on the circle here. I'm going to go over here to the distance and change this to 0.5 and press enter. Alright, so that gets our little circle extrusion over here. Next we're going to put the little tiny square extrusion on this side. So we're going to go back to Start 2D Sketch. We're going to click on the right side of the part. Again, there's that view cube. It says the right side of the part. So click on the right side. This time I'm going to go back to rectangle. And I'm just going to draw a rough sketch of a rectangle. It doesn't matter where these 2 points are. Just sketch them. We're going to put dimensions on it next. So draw a rough triangle, or a rough rectangle. I'm going to click dimension. We're going to dimension from the top to the top line here. We're going to place 0.5. So again, click on the top of the part, click on the top of your sketch, click in the middle, and place 0.5 right there. For the side, we're going to click on the side of the cube, not the end of our circle extrusion, but from our cube to the left side of the rectangle, and we'll click in the middle. That'll also be 0.5. Alright, so we've got those 2 dimensions done. Now here you can either put 0.5s over here and over here, or I'm going to do it this way. I'm just going to click on this one line, and click right next to it. It should be a 1 inch square. So I'm going to type 1, enter. I'm going to click down here, click one more time, type 1, and enter. So that sets us up for a 1 inch square, half an inch away from the side and the top. I'll go ahead and finish this sketch as well. We're going to go over here to extrude. We're going to extrude this square. It's going to be set for 0.5 inches, just like the last extrusion was. And we're just going to click OK or press enter. Alright, so now we've got our circle extrusion, a square extrusion, and next we will get the top of the part. Let's start another 2D sketch. We're going to drill a hole all the way through this thing. So click on the top of your sketch. Notice it's going to go to your top. I'm going to move my my object here with that middle mouse button again. Click in that middle mouse button. We're going to draw another circle for this hole. So click circle. We'll do the same thing that we did for this first circle. Alright, we're going to click somewhere near the center, type 1 inch, and enter for a 1 inch circle. We will dimension from the top to the center point, click one more time for 1 inch. Then we'll do a side to the center point, somewhere near the center, 1 inch again. So now that is a perfectly centered circle. Alright, this time we're going to finish our sketch. Alright, we are going to go to extrude. Click on extrude. Click on the circle that you would like to extrude. Now notice it's going up and it's putting more material onto our object. This time we're going to cut it. And there's 2 ways to cut it. Alright, you can either go over here and click on the cut option. Yours, depending on what version you have, might be a little bit different, but you're looking for an option that when you hover over it says cut. Alright, we've been doing join. We're going to go to cut. And when we cut it, notice how it flips from joining to cutting. It'll drill a hole in it. And this hole needs to go all the way through. And remember, this is a 2 inch cube. So we're going to change our distance 2 inches and press OK. Now, you could also do it this way. If you wanted to do it this way, so that's like how it was. If you just want to click on this little gold arrow and just drag it down so it goes all the way through the part, and make sure it should automatically switch to cut if you do that first, but it should cut all the way through the part, and then click OK. And now I'm going to press Shift on the keyboard, press and hold Shift, and press and hold the middle mouse button, and I can rotate my object around so that I can see through the inside, and it does go all the way through. And so your sketch plane cube is finished. All right, if you ever get lost, if you ever zoom too far out and you can't, I've lost my part. If you can't find your part, you can always go up here, click on the view cube, and then click on the little house right here. This will take you back to your home view. That will help you get back to a place if you're lost. To wrap this up, we are going to save this, so you can go up here and click the little save icon, or you can go to File, Save. Either place will be fine. I usually just go up to the save icon. It's a little bit quicker for me. Now I'm saving it in my documents. If you do not have it in your documents, you want to click on the Save In button. Sometimes you might have to click on it twice. And find this PC, and then find your Documents folder. Now in your Documents folder, you can just save it right here as Sketch Plane Cube if you would like. Sketch Plane Cube. Or if you'd like to organize your folder so that everything that we do in this class will be in that folder, you can click on this little folder with the orange icon on it. It says create new folder if you hover over it. If you click on that, we can make a new folder called DM for Design and Modeling. So we can go ahead and press Enter, double click to go into that folder, and save Sketch Plane Cube in that folder and just click Save. So this assignment should be wrapped up, and your cube should look a lot like my cube. So go ahead and make sure that you've got that saved, and you can go ahead and start working on the pegboard toy for the week. All right, have a great week, everybody.